Hey, what is going on, guys? I know it's been a while since I made a video, but today I'm going to talk about something that I've been really excited for. As you can see, my truck is a little bit different. This is going to be a truck video, but it's going to be mainly focusing on a piece of kit that I've really wanted to get my hands on, and it's an electronic fuel transfer pump. So for those of you who deal out of jerry cans or roto packs or anything like that, you know how much of a pain in the ass it is having to use those, you know, those safety kind of pour-in nozzles, and then hopefully this little tool right here is going to help me out, and it's going to make my life a real ton easier, because I'm tired of spilling gas all over my hands, all over my truck. So maybe this will make it a little bit easier, maybe it won't. Let's check it out. So this thing is called a fuel transfer pump. It's supposed to be powered by I think like 4 AA batteries. It says it transfers 2.4 gallons per minute. It's the model number TRFA01. I picked it up on Amazon for about 30 bucks. Actually, I think it might have been a little bit more than that. I think it was like 60. But it comes with 3 different nozzles, and let's just dig into it. Let's see what's inside of here. So, looks like we have 3 adapters for different size bottles. We have the pump, and then we have let's see here. We got a instruction manual right here. Sweet. Let's dig in. Okay, so, and then there's 3 nozzles. So from what I've seen on YouTube about this thing is there are some nozzles that don't actually fit. So the female end is actually what's different. So I guess we go, these 2 look almost the same size. I think I might have gotten 2 of the same size, but I don't know. It was sealed in the package, so you guys can vouch for me. And let's see what's going on in here. So we have another set of instructions right here. There we go. The battery placement's kind of weird on that. Yeah, I don't think I need that. So let's go ahead and crack this thing open. Okay, so from what I understand, this is actually the pump. This is just the battery housing. So let's go ahead and pop this sucker open. There's really no way you can mess that up. It's clearly labeled in there. Let's see here. Yeah, it's clearly labeled. Nice and easy to just jam them in. And then the cover just goes back on there. There isn't a seal on here. It's just plastic on plastic. There's nothing to keep water or moisture out. But this is where the actual pump housing is. So this is the pump, and then here's just like kind of the brain of it, and then it feeds a wire directly through there to power the pump. So we'll try to zoom in here. So here we go. As you turn it on, watch that little impeller. That thing's what spins, and then that's what actually moves the fuel through there. So kind of neat. And there is another wire that goes through the nozzle, and I believe that's some sort of sensor to sense if it's full or not. But enough of the intro stuff, let's just get to it. Alright, so these are the 2 tank sizes that I typically use. I typically use a roto packs, and then I typically use this specific 5 gallon. So I think this big one might fit here, but it's looking pretty close. And then the medium size one should be able to fit the roto packs mount. So here we go, we got our gas can. Let's go ahead and pull off the lid on this thing. Man, this thing's swelled up in the heat. We'll pull this one off. I gotta pull the filter out of here. There we go. Ooh, almost broke that. Okay, so now that we have that out, let's try if our nozzle's gonna fit. Ooh, yeah, it does. Sweet. So the big nozzle does fit on this style gas can. And then this is kind of the safety thing that I'm talking about, where the US, California, I don't know if it's a California thing, but the Department of Transportation says you have to have a safety nozzle on there. But so what we're going to do is we're going to put our pump down into there, just straight down in. So now we take our business end and we put this thing wherever we need to put fuel. And then this thing has a couple of clips. Well, it has a clip. Has a clip on the side where you can just jam it. and then it clips on in. Yeah, so now that we have it plugged in, all we gotta do is hit the on button. And then fuel starts to pump right in. Alright, this is really dangerous, but I want to see how fast this thing's coming. So we're gonna unplug it. We're gonna take it off of there. It's moving. It's like, whoa! It's got some power coming out of there. Sweet. It says it's gonna pump 2.5 gallons or 2.25 gallons per minute, and I think that's pretty spot on because we're almost out of this 5 gallon. Oh, so right now it's starting to suck from the bottom. Essentially there's not enough fuel in there to continue pumping, so check out what's happening. So there's some air bubbles and it's just spinning. This thing would focus. It's just spinning that same amount of fuel in there. So there's no more pumping. You can definitely hear it. You can hear the pump spinning, but nothing coming out. Since there's nothing left to go from the tank up into there, anything that's left inside of that tube just flows back into the 5 gallon. So it's a good and a bad thing, I guess. So let's shake it, see how much is left in there. There's still a decent amount sloshing around in there. So I guess what we can do is we can hold the 5 gallon higher and then let it drain the rest. So let me try that. All right, so if we lift this thing up and pump it, essentially it should be able to pump a lot more. Yeah. I think it's almost empty. Yeah, so, oh. Yeah, so I guess that's all it's got. So then we hit the off button and now let's go ahead and see how much we had left in there. Yeah, significant amount less. So we probably had maybe a quart in there before. Now we have maybe like a cup. So now that we're done, we can just pull this thing off and then we can use that same clip to plug it into this little hole right here. And then it just stores that way. So pretty neat. It's definitely great for moving the 5 gallon into there, just because I don't have to hold it, and these safety flow nozzles suck and the Rotopack safety nozzle sucks. So it's a great way around it, and it's super convenient, especially if you're, say, having to fill a motorcycle up and you only have like a 5 or a 10 gallon tank, or if you have you know, a bunch of different vehicles or lawnmowers that you need to fill up and you don't want to lift it, you can just pick up one of these pumps. So I mean, we'll see. Time will tell on how much I'm going to like it after, you know, have to get my hands dirty, you know, storing this thing every time or moving it from tank to tank. But I can see that if I don't store this properly, this unsealed battery pack is going to give me some problems. And then also, I'm not sure how you're supposed to clean it, and I don't know how well these plastics are going to hold up to heat and a bunch of fuel exposure. But other than that, I'll leave a link in the description below, and I hope you guys liked the video, and thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.